Yo, what's good? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the movie Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a 2022 film. It's a rated PG and it's an hour and 42 minutes. You got two directors under this movie, directed by Joel Crawford and Januel Mercado. Definitely did not expect the adventure that this movie was gonna put you on. Obviously, you know, the Shrek franchise is one of those movies that is very memorable. It's a childhood movie that you can always put on. You're gonna have jokes, you're gonna have a dope adventure, and the animation is always on point as well with the Shrek movies. I'm never really caught up with any of the Puss in Boots TV shows or none of the episodes that they came out with, and never really saw the other Puss in Boots movies. This movie right here just gave me that feel right away that Antonio Banderas knows Puss in Boots character. The lines for Puss in Boots were just very on point, adventurous, interesting, and had a whole character development that actually shocked me many times. The whole character vibe felt very adventurous, funny. He had that confidence level that you just wanted to root for him. In this movie right here, Puss in Boots learns that all the adventures and all the stuff that he does on a daily basis has literally come to the last life. Since he is a cat, he has 9 lives, and without him realizing it, he's at his final life. Once he realizes that he's at his last life, Puss in Boots wants to go on a crazy epic adventure to literally restore all his lives back and reach this one certain point in this movie where you can make a last wish. Puss in Boots is on a mission to get a last wish to get all his lives back. The fact that he realizes that he's at his last life, that makes this whole movie very interesting and even sad at times. The adventure felt right on point from the beginning. Seeing all the stuff he was doing in the beginning, you could see that this dude has a lot of skill. The surrounding characters had a crazy perspective. You go deep into their lives. To start it off again with Puss in Boots, absolutely love the character Puss in Boots in here. His character development was a very strong one. This movie right here made me feel like, should I even go back to those other movies? The storyline was very strong. Antonio Banderas, the whole vibe with Puss in Boots, you can tell he's having a great time. One-on-one detailed dialogue with other characters, everything really felt very natural. You weren't in a position where you didn't know what was going on. A lot of the emotion was presented with Antonio Banderas' lines. Puss in Boots had that action in here, funny moments, he's singing. He's put in a lot of positions in here that you remember from the Shrek movies, and then with the googly eyes, you see it again in this movie, and it just brings you back. Gave me the feel like I need to watch the other Shrek movies again, because you know, this Shrek world is actually pretty funny. Puss in Boots was awesome in this movie. Really like what they did. There's a lot of sad moments with him, but you just understand that he's just in his head, and even at times when he's scared, you kind of felt that scary, creepy moments with Puss in Boots. All around 360, all around world, you can really see that he was focused on one thing while handling other things as well. Kitty Softpaws, who's played by Salma Hayek, Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek, very on point duo. The one-on-one detail and the storyline between both of those characters were really good. One of those things that you didn't bother both of them being on the screen. They had a lot of detail in the past. You wanted to know more about it. Huge shout out to the animation. The animation with Puss in Boots moving looked very dope. The animation changed many times. A comic book vibe, like one of those movements that was just like a lot of pictures into one, but moved really good. The editing was really good. Real quick was with Salma Hayek, who plays Kitty Softpaws. She came into the movie with a very strong boss-like attitude, and it was very funny how she could switch up right away and look very cute and innocent. That's just how the movie is. It surprises you a lot. The movie brings you in a lot more with a lot of the characters. Salma Hayek was a great addition to play Kitty Softpaws. The look was dope. The animation was just as good with her, and the lines were on point as well. The vibe from her, if you watch this movie, you can tell that she's enjoying the movie as well. You never know. I'm pretty sure she was laughing in the background because some of the lines is very hilarious. Of other characters in here trying to go for that last wish as well. You have Goldilocks and the 3 bears, and you have Wolf, very creepy character, but he's not making the wish, but he was a good addition to it as well. You also have that big one dude whose name is the character Jack Horner. You know, he was a character that you knew he was the evil villain, but was a good addition to this movie. Besides Puss in Boots, a character that stood out like crazy and I was like, bro, this came out of nowhere, did not expect it, funny and very random and innocent looking, is Perito, played by Harvey Guillén. I did not expect that I was gonna love so much. His lines are crazy, his lines are sad, his lines are kind of dark. He switches it up right away and becomes very adorable. I think if you watch this movie, he will be a standout because he's so little, randomly has cuss words in the movie, which is a shocker but made me laugh. But Harvey Guillén, who plays Perito, the standout for me in this movie, and an unexpected character that I did not think that I was gonna go into this movie liking another character. You're rooting for Perito. He's literally a man's best friend that you want to have. Goldilocks and the three bears, I did not mind them being on the screen as much as they were on the screen. You can see the perspective Goldilocks was a part of. Goldilocks is played by Florence Pugh. It was cool to see how in the Shrek world we can have other characters more involved, especially with this movie. It's not just like we're always dealing with Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, and Puss in Boots. Now we're seeing the other characters that we see in the movie. So Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears, great addition, good character development with them as well. The lines definitely hit with them, and it showed a perspective that's, you know, they're all about family. It's really cool how this movie has different sections and aspects that people could relate to in their lives. The developments is absolutely insane, and it's a good follow along. Jack Horner, he was just that dude that, you know, he was the evil villain, very greedy. The lines fit for him. He's just trying to be very egotistic boss. He does not care about no one but himself. Very random. He looks weird. He looks like a big baby. So you could just see where this movie clashes with this side and then that side. But Jack Horner really made the movie feel more full. So I would say a really good addition, adding Jack Horner, who's played by John Maloney. Character Wolf, as much as Perito shocked me, the character Wolf was another shocker. He's playing like a death character or the death vibe in this movie following Puss in Boots. And at times with his lines came out creepy, kind of scary. And then the look was insane. The animation just added to his characters. Out of nowhere movements, out of nowhere action scenes, but it all fit. They're really good. Just adding these characters that didn't feel like they related to other characters. They all had their own vibe, played by Wagner Moura, because they knew what they were doing with the character Wolf. This was a movie where I'm like, yo, where was DreamWorks? Where was this movie at? Was this a movie that they're literally keeping a secret? This movie right here actually had more of a standout feel than Madagascar, had more of a standout feel than Cars, I would say. Very strong movie that I felt like the people responsible for this movie kept it in the vault. You guys need to put more movies like this. Runtime was perfect. Storyline made sense. We need more movies like this. The music score in the movie just adds to this, adds to the whole vibe. After my watching the movie Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, out of 10, I'm gonna have to give the movie a 10 out of 10. So that's my movie review for the movie Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.